Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond Sunday, a production of First Baptist Lebanon in Lebanon, Tennessee, where we take a look at what is going on in our church, in our community, and an opportunity to encourage and uplift those that are around us. I'm joined here with our pastor, Pastor David Freeman.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, sir. We are here to discuss Easter, all things Easter. This is kind of a big time for church and a lot of things going on, and so we want to let everybody know what's going on, how people can get involved, and just some of the excitement that we're excited about, and how we can just jump in and be, as you talked about a few weeks ago, being a force multiplier. How can we reach out to our community? So can you tell us a little bit about what we have going on this Easter season?
Absolutely. First of all, I just want to give a little shout out to all of our team here, our staff, and a lot of volunteers who are already working hard on planning. And so we're looking forward to another great Easter Sunday. So if you don't know, Easter Sunday is April 5th this year. So the very first Sunday of April. Obviously, we want all of our church family to be a part of that. But the first thing that we always want to say about Easter is this is your best opportunity to invite people to church and be successful. I know it's hard sometimes because a lot of us invite people and they don't show up, but the one Sunday out of the year that they are most likely to come and be a part of what we're doing here is Easter Sunday. It's a huge opportunity for just us personally to invite that friend, that neighbor, that family member, just to bring them with you to church, to host them that day. And so we're going to have some tools for you, some invite cards and things like that. But personal invites, that is the secret sauce to this. If we want to see a lot of people in the room with us on Easter Sunday, and obviously it's not about filling the room, it's about filling up their hearts with the gospel, so that's the goal here. But it starts now, and so if you're hearing this, it's go time. And so don't wait until Saturday night before Easter Sunday morning. That's not going to work. Go ahead and plant some seeds. Let them know that you would love for them to be your guest, and make it that personal. Bring them, not just invite them, bring them with you. And you would be surprised who would take you up on that.
Mm-hmm. I've also heard, when you invite somebody to Easter Sunday, invite them to lunch.
Yeah,
take them out for
absolutely.
lunch afterwards. Yeah,
they're your guests for the day. And wow, and you want to talk about force multiplying? That's it. If everybody is inviting someone, and we all have family members that we want to come, and that starts right there. So it starts that close to home. But just be praying about that too, because there could be other people, and maybe this would give you a little momentum or motivation, I guess, and momentum. But what we'll try to do that day is speak to the person who is not normally in the room. Okay. So I've learned over the years that Easter Sunday is not a time for me to just go deep into some theological thing that only, Christians who've been around for 100 years get it. And so I'm going to preach to that person that you're going to invite. And this year, the theme of the Easter series is life or death. And we're going to talk about just the reason that the resurrection matters to them personally. And so, the title of the sermon for Easter Sunday is Thank God Jesus is Alive. And I'm going to try to convince them what we already know, that Jesus' resurrection has a direct impact on them if they will believe. And so, again, we're not going to just make this about us. Obviously, we want to celebrate. It is a great day to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. But when it comes to the sermon, I'm going to preach to your guests. So please don't assume that they won't come. Invite them, and you'll be surprised. And I hope that we'll see a lot of faces here that we haven't normally seen. And, of course, the reason for that is we want them to know the good news.
Well, what are some of the activities that we got coming up during that whole Easter week?
Yeah, it starts even before that. But the main activities for the week of Easter is related to, first of all, just our preparation spiritually. It's an opportunity for us to come together And so we call this Come to the Table, and that will happen on the 2nd of April. So this is the Thursday before Easter, and we've done this for 2 years. This will be our 3rd year. So again, just a reminder, Come to the Table is an actual fellowship meal. We meet in our fellowship hall around tables. We have a meal together, and then a pastor or a deacon leads the table in receiving the Lord's Supper. And so it's a reminder of what happened on that Thursday night of the week that Jesus was crucified. He gathered his disciples. That's what we call the Last Supper. It's where Jesus instituted the Lord's Supper. And so Thursday night is significant in that way. And so think of that as the opportunity to come together as a church. So this is not something that you want to invite your friends to. That's Sunday. This is something more for the family. And so if you're part of our church family, dinner on Thursday night, it's a simple meal, and we'll enjoy a meal together, but it's a meaningful time. Of course, we'll have worship. But the way I look at that is we're preparing our hearts, and we're coming together first. And then that will hopefully be a good way for us to be ready to welcome our guests and to minister to a lot of people. And speaking of that, as you know, Derek, we're going to get back out there that weekend on the 4th. This is the day before Easter, and we're going to be over in Inman Court with our friends, and we're going to be doing an Easter egg hunt, right, over there.
Yes, sir.
And so a great opportunity. Again, kids love this time of year. I was recently at an elementary school reading, and we read a book about this, and they're pumped up already. And so one of the relationships and partnerships that we've developed over the last year or two, really honestly through you and others, is this partnership with Inman Court. So great opportunity. If you just want to get out and enjoy the morning, of course, Easter egg hunts are happening all over town, but ours will be very targeted and has that missional idea that we want to be there. We'll present the gospel there as well. So we're going to come in together on Thursday and then go out on Saturday. So those are the two things that are happening before Easter Sunday.
Well, and also to piggyback off of that, we are accepting, candy donations to fill our Easter eggs for the Easter egg hunt. And so we're excited about this season that is coming up to celebrate who Jesus is, what he's done for us. And we really want to encourage those who are listening to invite your friends. Just as Pastor said, just how important it is for us to make those connections, to be that force multiplier. And so anything else that
I'm going to break some news here. You may read about it before you hear this, but for one Sunday only on Easter Sunday, okay, we're going to bring back our choir. And so this is not what you might remember, a lot of rehearsal, and I've got to, have a lot of things and a lot of time involved. What we would like to have on Easter Sunday, and this is coming from our worship team, they've been brainstorming, and this is what they would like to have, is anybody who would like to join them on stage and help lead worship. So really, I could do it, maybe, I don't know, but I know there's a lot of people out there. If you enjoy worshiping and singing, and you can read a screen from the stage, that's really what's required. But more importantly, you got to have the spirit, right? So what we'd like to have is a worship choir just joining our normal team and leading worship. And of course, they're planning some fantastic music. They're already working on that. And so, that's the one big thing that will be different. And so, we would love to have some of our former choir members and maybe some others out there. We discover talent, don't we? You know this. Yeah. There's hidden talent all around.
There is, yeah.
And so this is an opportunity just to come and lift up your voice. And there's just something powerful about a choir. We get that. And so this is an opportunity for us to reach back and do something here that I think would be super encouraging and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So please join, and we'll give you some information about that. I know there will be an opportunity to rehearse at least once on Sunday morning, and again, probably the week of, but there'll be some detail about that. But just start warming your voices up. We need you.
There we go. Well, it's going to be an exciting week, and as Pastor mentioned, it's a great opportunity for us to invite our neighbors to be that force multiplier, to encourage our community, and to hopefully help impact some lives and change some lives. So pray for that and all the outreaches that are going on throughout that week, and other churches doing the same thing. So just pray that the Holy Spirit can move and get out there, and we can be a part of something really cool. So thank you, Pastor, for joining us. We would love for you to join us here live on our campus every Sunday for Sunday school at 9:15 and our worship service at 10:30. We are located at 227 East Main Street, right here in Lebanon, Tennessee. And you can find out more information about us online at www.fbclebanon.org. And we hope to see you this Sunday.